I mean, like the criticism, like someone.
Oh yeah, of course it hurts everyone. Yes, very much so. I think if most critics knew how much it hurt the people that made the things that they are writing about, they would second guess the way they write these things. Like, it's devastating. It takes years. I know people who never recover from it. Honestly, decades of being hurt by, because it's very personal. It is personal. And so it is devastating when you are being like institutionally told that your personal expression was bad. Like, that is like devastating, and something that people carry with them literally their entire lives. And I get why. It fucking sucks. I want to start by saying I know we're following the Game of Thrones panel, which is a fucking nightmare, just objectively. I also know that their showrunners didn't show up because they didn't want to answer questions about the show. So I just want to say that I am not one of the creators of Game of Thrones, but I am the creator of other TV shows, so feel free to ask me any Game of Thrones questions you guys have throughout the night. I'm not an expert. I didn't read the books, but I watched the show, so I can give you my insights and thoughts just as to how they pulled it off.
What series finale is going to be more satisfying, Preacher or Game of Thrones?
I think, hopefully, I won't be, I'm here at least, so I think that's a good sign. I'm willing to show my face. It comes in waves, you make a thing everyone likes, gets a little better. You make a thing everyone fucking hates, it gets a little worse. And that's a part of also doing what I do, is like you get like there, it's like, it's funny. I was saying to someone I work with the other day, like I'm at the point, it's funny in my career where like not a lot of people are in a position to like yell at me in my job, but like the New York Times will like publish an entire article like saying I suck at my job. And so like that's the trade-off, is like I've worked my way up to not having to deal with that much like personal conflict and face-to-face conflict, but I will have like just like a cultural institution tell everyone that I suck, And so, and what I would also like to say is I would imagine those guys regret making Bran the king, because ultimately he doesn't have the best story, and that's
All right, next question. Do you think that they made a mistake by not having Jaime Lannister kill Cersei?
I do, honestly, a little bit. It was disappointing. You don't want to follow these people for 3 years and see them for 6 years. They trapped in rubble? Come on. Anticlimactic. Anyway, I bet they wish they kept more of the dragons around. I'm going to say that.
Has it ever hurt you?
It hurts everyone. Yes, very much so. I think all creative people have self-doubt. If most critics knew how much it hurt the people that made the things that they are writing about, they would second guess the way they write these things. Like, it's devastating.
Casey Neistat makes a tweet. So our cars got robbed this morning because Los Angeles is a crime-riddled third world shithole of a city, but tremendous appreciation and gratitude to the hardworking officers at the LAPD West LA, who not only arrested the motherfucker, but they got all our stolen goods back. But then out of nowhere, from the top turnbuckle, comes Seth Rogen making a surprise appearance at WrestleMania on Twitter. I guess he's like the head of tourism for LA, because he got mad that he called LA a shithole of a city. That's what he took issue with. So Seth Rogen replies, "Dude, I've lived here for over 20 years. You're nuts, haha." Actually, I'll do the Seth Rogen laugh. Yeah. It's lovely here. Don't leave anything valuable in it. It's called living in a big city. Bro, just don't get your car broken into. It's that easy. It's called living in a big city. You should expect your shit to be constantly violated because you're living in a big city. Also just not really shy about showing that he feels superior to the average person. Like, he took personal offense that Casey Neistat said LA was a shithole and then like shames him for being upset that his car was broken into. Bro, just get another car. Get other valuable things. It's that easy. So Casey Neistat responds, "I can still be mad though, right? Feel so violated." Asking his permission to be mad, like, oh, if Seth Rogen says I can't be mad, then I guess I'm okay with it. So then Seth Rogen replies, "Yeah, oh yeah, you can be mad, but I guess I don't personally view my car as an extension of myself, and I've never really felt violated any of the 15 or so times my car was broken into. This dude is just leaving his car out like a candy bucket on Halloween, it seems. Once a guy accidentally left a cool knife in my car, so if it keeps happening, you might get a little treat. This is certainly up there with the wackiest, stupid shit I've read on Twitter from a celebrity. Like, it's just, the delusion here is unbelievable. So the conversation starts to fizzle out here, but it continues. Casey Neistat says, I didn't get any treats, he just took the decorations for my daughter's 7th birthday party and left bloody handprints. Yeah, obviously he's not going to get any treats. It's not like the Tooth Fairy broke into his car and left him some money for what they took. Like, it was a robbery. I don't know how Seth can possibly justify it by saying just let your car keep getting stolen and eventually you'll get a knife. Like, it's fucking silly. And then he says, serious question, how did you get your car broken into 15 times? Which is a great question, because you really have to go out of your way to get it broken into that many times, I feel. Seth says, I lived in West Hollywood for 20 years and parked on the street. Also, it sucks your shit was stolen, but LA is not some shithole city. As far as big cities go, it has a lot going for it. This is where the interaction stops, and you just have to wonder, what was Seth Rogen thinking? Like, who did he think this appealed to besides, like, the extremely rich Hollywood elites? Like, there's no normal person that's going to read that and be like, wow, how noble of Seth, just giving away his shit like that and accepting that beautiful knife.
If most critics knew how much it hurt the people that they are writing about, they would second guess the way they write these things. Like, it's devastating.